Well, it's time now for a look at the day's top business news, and for that I'm joined in the studio by France 24's business editor Brian Quinn, and we're starting in the UK with the first ever summit, global summit I should say, devoted to the safety of AI technology. Tell us more, Brian.
So, Hackty, the summit kicking off this morning at the UK's historic Bletchley Park, the birthplace of computer science. 100 officials from 28 countries are expected, including U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and EU Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen. Also on the guest list, tech leaders like Elon Musk and Sam Altman of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak pushing for a global commission modeled on the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. The summit comes amid accelerating efforts to oversee the technology's rapid development, which analysts say is already outpacing government regulatory capacity. Take a listen.
I think what we want is really regulate the most powerful models, and for the less powerful models, we actually want to make sure that to actually help competition, to help increase the diversity of where research comes from, and avoid monopolies. I think that's not going to be good for the world.
Next, WeWork is reportedly preparing to file for bankruptcy, according to the Wall Street Journal. The filing could come as early as next week. On Tuesday, the company said it had told the U.S. SEC it reached a deal with creditors to delay repayment on some debts. WeWork, once valued at $47 billion. 98% of that, though, has been wiped out since 2021 with the COVID pandemic and the subsequent work-from-home trend hitting the shared office space firm especially hard. Now, founder Adam Neumann stepped down in disgrace just before a 2021 IPO. The company was heavily backed by Japanese investment giant SoftBank, which has lost tens of billions of dollars on its bet. Next, U.S. President Joe Biden wants to crack down on junk retirement fees. His Labor Department is proposing a new rule that would assign fiduciary duty to financial advisors and insurance brokers, meaning that they would be required to act in the best interests of their clients instead of their own billing fees. The president noting that bad retirement advice often costs clients some 1.2% in lost investment per year, that adding up to 20% less money to retire on. Biden has made junk fees a major target of his administration, from concert tickets to utility bills. Here he is.
It will protect seniors from being exploited. It will protect many trustworthy financial advisors out there who are doing the right thing from unfair competition. Now they won't be undercut by competitors willing to use deception or underhanded tactics to make a profit. Look, the bottom line is this is about basic fairness. People are tired of being played for suckers.
It's time now for a check on the day's trading action. Asian indexes mostly gaining ground on Tuesday as investors look ahead to the next interest rate decision from the U.S. Federal Reserve on Wednesday. Most analysts are expecting the Fed to maintain its pause on interest rate hikes while keeping a keen eye on signals from Chairman Jerome Powell for signs as to the bank's future plans. The Nikkei in Tokyo up some 2.4%. as the Bank of Japan has maintained its ultra-loose monetary policy while once again intervening in bond markets to tamp down rising yields. And finally, for business, as the price of olive oil skyrockets, producers in Greece are having to contend with a new challenge: rising incidents of theft. Farmers are already struggling with a lower yearly harvest as climate change hits an industry on which hundreds of thousands of households depend for income. Jenny Shin has the story.
It's been called liquid gold since the ancient world, and it's taking on new meaning today in Greece. Olive oil is one of the country's most important exports, but producers are under panic, facing dozens of thefts every day.
Producers come to the mill and say they have 15 to 20 crates of olives in their field, and after 2 days, there's nothing. Then people we've never seen before as farmers come here out of nowhere, showing up with olives.
A backbone of Greek agriculture, some 450,000 families depend on olive oil production as a source of income. But its prices in the last year have soared 200% due to low yields, owing in large part to warm weather brought on by climate change and the emergence of fruit flies. In a country where a large proportion of the workforce earns less than €1,000 a month, the prospect of valuable oil has prompted thieves to raid groves and mills.
Everyone is on alert every night, patrolling their fields. In the evenings, the police make rounds as well. Patrol cars go through the streets, but it's just hard to catch the thieves.
Greece is the world's third largest producer of olive oil, thanks to some 120 million olive trees in its land. The Mediterranean country provides around 10% of global olive oil supply.
Of course, we're used to this being a time of rising oil prices. Haxi, not usually thinking about olive oil and those prices.
Brian Quinn with a look through the day's top business stories. Thank you very much.